Hello everybody and welcome back to another wonderful episode of Guapish Rule 34. As always, I'm your host Tanner, and today I'm joined by my super special co-host, Nico.
I'm just not so sure I'm feeling it today, guys. I was feeling pretty good in the pre-guap, but now that we're actually in the episode, I just think I'm gonna, weigh you guys down, you know? I just think I should probably sit this one out.
I think you just need to get some electrolytes in you, maybe take a quick power nap with your eyes open, and you'll be feeling right as rain. Just like our other super special co-host, Jackson.
Huh? Me? What? I'm here. Hello, guys.
And also our super special Dylan.
Now you're speaking my language, man. That's what I've been waiting for this whole time. Let's go.
It's about goddamn time. So what do we got going on this week, guys?
I was about to say.
Well, you know, with my current job, I have to listen to a lot of podcasts generally throughout the day just to get me through it, you know? And, you know, they're pretty cool. However, I have noticed something, you know? I feel like, honestly, we're on the same tier as a lot of these guys, you know? Because even some of these bigger podcasts, they just have, really shitty elements to them, you know? Okay, so, for example, are you guys familiar with Some Ordinary Podcast?
No.
Fantastic. It's run by the YouTube channel Some Ordinary Gamers, or Mudahar as he's called, the Indian fucking Moist Critical, you know? Now, on there, he's got a couple of other big YouTubers, like Nux Taku, you know? You guys know Nux Taku for sure.
And I hate him.
Yeah, exactly. We all hate him. And he's also got a fucking Oompaville on there as well. I know that friend of the channel, Hunter, he's a big fan of Oompaville. So
is he?
Yeah, he's a massive fan.
Okay.
Yeah, Oompaville's great. He just hates fat people. That's his whole thing. He constantly shits on Nikado Avocado, and he's made a career out of that, shockingly. So,
what's he gonna do now?
I don't know. Apparently he has, a cult that lives near him, so I guess he'll probably, try and hit them up, see if he can farm some content out of them.
Dear God.
Or join them.
That also works.
Or both.
You know, I feel like a lot of cult-centric content on YouTube is, infiltrating them and breaking them down and making fun of them. We need to make cult content that's just, joining them and, doing YouTube PR for them.
That could be pretty sweet, honestly. I feel like that could be pretty nice. Dylan, you already have your ins with a cult, basically, at this point. So, why don't you not get us involved?
What are you talking about?
He doesn't know. Unfortunately, he's too deep in at this point. Anyway... What I was going to say about this podcast, now, they share some, commonalities with other podcasts in terms of, some lesser, viewed upon qualities, you know? So, for example, one thing they do on this podcast that you're not supposed to do, guys, is they constantly repeat the same stories over and over again. Jesus fucking Christ, the amount of times that they talked about that fucking pink sauce shit that was, floating around TikTok or whatever the fuck... It's truly astounding.
We've never even talked about that once.
Exactly.
I don't even know what that is.
One of them constantly brings up this story. He's done it probably 8 times now at this point. Jeez. Of them going to LA and seeing a homeless guy showering in their Airbnb faucet or whatever the fuck. It's I get it. It was weird. You don't have to keep telling the story though, guy. I understand that he was butt-ass naked on your Airbnb. I don't care. I've heard this story before. You know, it's just shit like that. Also, the way that they fucking censor shit out, they just fucking cut it. They cut it out completely, and so it's just a bit of silence for a second, you know? It's really fucking annoying, because I don't know that something's being censored out, man. It just sounds like there's nothing there. It's very strange.
Nico, I will give you a counterpoint in that Joe Rogan constantly tells the same stories over and over again, and he's the biggest podcast ever.
And I don't like when he does it either, Tanner. That's a big thing I don't like about Joe Rogan, Tanner. He constantly brings up MMA no matter who the fuck he's talking to. I don't care about MMA. Stop talking about it.
That's
I brought
a big
this
part
up
of
before.
That's
I
a
brought
big
this
part
up
of his
before
whole
on the
deal.
channel. Stop doing it, Joe Rogan. I hate MMA.
People like reoccurring bits, man.
That's
it's
not
what
a
the
bit.
people
I don't
want.
know if it's a bit, though, is the issue.
That's
comic.
Dude, that's like complaining about him constantly bringing up comedy.
That's also annoying.
That's his deal, though. That's what he is.
He should do those things, man. He should talk about cool things. Like when he brought Mike Judge onto the fucking podcast, they just talked about Beavis and Butthead the whole time. I don't care about Beavis and Butthead. I wanted to hear him talk about King of the Hill, okay? But he didn't do that.
I thought you were going to say MMA.
They also did talk about MMA, though. I like it when he talks about, like, monkeys, though. I do enjoy that. He should do that a bit more.
Interesting.
Now, one thing that these podcasts have done for me, though, is that they've given me a pretty decent wealth of topics that we can address here, boys. So,
Oh boy.
That's good.
Tanner Nikolai, many years ago at this point, we had the big, critically acclaimed sex episode. Is that correct?
Sure. Which one was that?
Yeah, I was about to
The
say.
one titled The Sex Episode.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's like episode 29 or something. It was much further back than I expected it to be, honestly. Now, here's the thing about the episode, Tanner. You just didn't ask us very many questions about sex, man. For some reason, Tanner, you have it in your thick skull of yours
Jesus.
that just because Jackson and I have only had sex with a single woman, and Dylan to an extension, he wasn't there for that episode, but the point still stands. Just because we've had sex with a single woman, that we've only had sex like one time in your mind, apparently. And so you just had nothing to ask
basically.
us.
That's
But that's not
true.
true, Tanner. That's not true. There's still many fun stories that can be had there. So, Tanner,
Okay.
one fun
It's true for me,
topic
though.
that
What?
one fun topic that was brought up on one of these channels, okay, was the idea of Tanner Nikolai. Where's the strangest place you've had sex? Would you say?
Probably inside the Texas state capitol.
Oh.
I thought you didn't actually go through with that though.
Yeah, that's what I
We
was
didn't
just
go. We
wondering.
didn't go through with it, doing it at like the top of the roof. But we did find a bathroom and did it in there.
Classic.
Oh.
That's probably the strange. I mean, I've done it like just outside, like behind some bushes and shit like that. That's probably. I don't know if that's stranger actually.
Well,
That is pretty odd, I would say. Tanner, you a big exhibitionist kind of guy?
Not really.
No.
I'd rather not be a sex offender, to be honest.
Yeah.
Like if given the choice. But then again, I guess I am given the choice, and then I still engage in actions that could lead to that outcome. So,
Why is that?
Stop fucking in front of preschools, man.
what the fuck?
you know, I'm gonna blame her.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
She had so many other choices, but she just picked the bushes by the preschool, okay?
Nah, the Bushes was like a couple years ago, and that was with a guy. The Capitol
okay.
was with a girl.
Gotcha,
okay.
gotcha.
But she was a big exhibitionist. So what am I to do, you know? I'm just
That's
a
fair.
man.
That's fair.
You have
You're
a
only the
choice.
man in this situation, Tanner. You only have a say in whether or not you have sex in the Capitol and get caught and like thrown in federal prison, you know?
Federal prison?
Yeah, it's a
Yeah,
federal
of
crime
course.
since it was in the state capitol.
I don't think that's true.
You said state
doesn't
and
make
federal
any
in the
sense.
same sentence.
What about you, Dylan? Where would you say? You've had we're fully aware that you've had many fun sexual escapades out there in your years.
I can't say that I've had a weird place, to be completely fair. It's all been pretty normal stuff.
Bummer.
I don't really know what you want from me, man. I'm not a very crazy man. I like to keep things simple.
For shame, for shame. Well, guys, for me on the other hand, so like you know, back when I was a young sprite, all right.
Like
In
you're
my first
not
relationship,
right now.
we were both just like, you know, horny teenagers, basically, and that led to so many strange situations that had to occur. Now, you know, there's a stereotypical shit of, you know, doing it in the car, as it were, you know, because, I mean, where else do you have at that point, man?
Well-
However, you know, generally, like in the car, you're still fairly exposed. So what we'd usually end up going with is the trunk, actually. That seemed to be the better option most of the time.
What
the
the fuck?
fuck?
How
What are
in
you
the
talking
hell?
about?
Hold on a
Listen,
second.
Tanner, I drove a 2002 Ford Taurus, and that bad boy was awfully spacious back there.
And you're very small.
I'm not very small, Tanner. I'm nearly
Yes, you.
6
Okay,
foot.
hold on
I'm
a second.
almost there.
Nico, you're a small individual.
That,
Were you
For
driving
a
a
man,
wagon one or just
you are
like
a
a sedan
small
one?
person.
what was that, Jackson?
Were you driving a sedan or like a wagon one?
It was a sedan.
Yeah.
Okay.
And
You said that
bad
so
boy was
casually.
spacious, okay?
It doesn't
I
matter.
can't
Was it
imagine
Trump?
she was into this.
She was.
How did you
dude.
broach that? You were like, "Hey, what about in the trunk?"
Dude, I don't fucking remember at this point. we would just be like chilling in the back seat, and then like one of the seats could like fucking get pulled down, and you could just like hop into the trunk from there. And so at some point we were like, hey, we have
You're a
more
mental
privacy
patient,
in there.
dude.
I wanna ask if the trunk was open or not, but that defeats the purpose of you saying
course
there's
it
no
wasn't,
privacy
dude. It
in
was
the car.
closed.
I know, and that's what makes it fucking weirder, is that, like, you say there's so much space, but I've seen sedans with pretty spacious trunks, and I would never look at a trunk of a car and be like, man, this would be a really nice place to have sex. Like, I don't think anybody's ever
That's
thought,
exactly
well,
how he sounded, too.
Yeah. Hey, baby, don't you think it'd be a fun time back there? Let's crawl in and just get behind the seat.
That's very strange, my guy.
So-
It was very strange. You see, there was one particular incident, which was probably like the worst sex of my life, you see. She was gone for like a big old band trip or some bullshit for like a week or so. So she was getting real worked up at that point. And so by the time she got back, she was like, we just gotta do it, okay? I don't care where it is. And of course the trunk was our only option at the time. However, it was like fucking 100 degrees that day.
Oh,
so
God.
it was sweltering in there. But we went for it anyway, and it was a horrific mess.
I can imagine. I don't know what, like,
were
didn't, like,
you in the school parking lot still?
No.
Okay.
why
None of
wouldn't
this
you,
was
like,
ever at the school parking lot. It was actually at just like random parks, you know?
Did you at least, like, crank the AC at all? When you,
That
like,
wouldn't
you left
help
your car?
if we were in the trunk, dude.
Well, you left the seats down, I imagine, right? Like, you
No.
were still... Like, you got in the trunk and shut the seats behind you?
Yeah, of course.
How the hell did you get out?
You can just like push it.
Oh my god. I was
Yeah.
hoping that you would at least still have the seats down. I didn't
No.
imagine you'd put the seats back up after you got in the trunk.
Gotta
I think
get
that's what makes it
maximum privacy,
weirder.
dude.
I don't know if I want to ask more... Part of me wants to ask more questions because now I'm trying to figure out how the fuck...
Can you
But
paint us a picture, please, and paint?
I no, see, I don't want the picture painted as the other half of it, though.
I already supplied the trunk for you. You just need to do the other half of it.
Oh my god.
What are you confused about here, Jakes? What are you confused about, man?
Just the logistics of it all, you know.
What do you mean
especially,
by
after you,
legit?
especially after you close the seats, man. My brain just can't figure out how
Like,
the
you
fuck
just
that
lay
works.
sideways in there? How the
Yeah.
fuck does that work? Oh my
Exactly.
god.
Oh, your
Dude.
side? Interesting.
Okay.
No, not like on your side, you know.
Oh,
We'd
okay,
still just
okay.
like be flat.
Right.
Yeah.
I don't know, man.
I think
What?
the main thing here that you guys aren't fully grasping is it's very spacious.
I don't know. I can't ever look at any
What
sedan trunk and think it's spacious, man.
Yeah,
That's
what did you...
ridiculous.
So what year is it?
2002.
A 2002 Ford
Yeah,
Taurus?
Jackson posted a picture there already.
I think.
Oh, okay.
Oh, I was like, I thought you were trying to get like the dimensions or something. Regardless, that's only like 4 feet of space, man. There can't be more than 4 feet of space. I'm being completely honest.
Again,
here.
you are a very small person, so sure, but
Yeah, that's the only
like this
excuse
is
in this
is
scenario.
just silly. If I were to do it in my fucking Ford Escape, like that's more reasonable because like I can fold down the middle row entirely. Then it's like I could fit a mattress in there.
Yeah, that makes sense.
But back
We
in your
don't get a
Ford,
lot of
that's some real
privacy with that,
degenerate
do we?
shit, to be honest, Nico.
It gets worse,
See-
Tanner. So,
Oh god.
you see, I'm sure the statute of limitations on this rep at this point. So, you see,
You don't know.
I'm
Yeah,
assuming they probably are.
we'll be
So-
the judge of that.
Here's the thing, guys. At a certain point, the trunk just gets a little old, you know? Sometimes you want more space, okay? As spacious as it might be, sometimes
don't
you need a
say.
little more.
Of
However,
course.
you know, we were just like broke teenagers, man. We couldn't like afford to get a hotel or whatever, and like, you know, my parents would be home or whatever the fuck, and we can't do with them around. So, what's a boy to do at that point, man? What's a boy to do? Well, what we eventually decided upon was that... So, Jackson will definitely be familiar with this here.
Oh,
so,
God.
At
Because
the
he
track,
watched.
at the school track, okay.
Oh, God.
There's this there's like big old fucking like fucking storage container, all right, where they house the like fucking high jump mats, all right.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
There's no
No.
way.
Now, because I was on the high jump team at one point, I just knew the code to open that bad boy up so we could pull those mats out. So at one point in the dead of night,
The dead of night. You're sneaking onto school property, too?
Nick, are you telling me there's a chance I fucking belly flopped into your guys' love juices?
Is there a chance, Nico?
there's certainly a strong chance.
Nico, no. Oh my god.
Horrible information to hear. Absolutely.
That's like actually a crime.
That's what I'm saying. I'm pretty sure statute of limitations on that is up. At
I
this
don't
point.
think like it's been
God.
6 years or so.
Yeah, I believe I looked up breaking and entering, and that's like 5 years.
That's not the worst of your concerns with this situation, Nico.
What do you mean?
I think it'd be public indecency, I suppose.
Well, we're not in the
Yeah.
public.
Yes, you are. School's public property.
We're not in front of anybody.
That's not how it works.
I don't think.
So yeah, I
This
believe
is like-
that's the worst of it for me, I'd say.
This is why I keep shit simple. I don't get into illegal trouble shit like this, like you guys do.
Alas, Dylan. Alas, I had no other options.
I'm sure there were other options, probably. Like maybe if you were gonna have sex in your car,
You could
don't
save
do it in
yourself for
public.
marriage, Nico. Did you think about
You
that?
could also do that, you know. That's also a
Let's
thing.
see. Public indecency is considered a Class A misdemeanor in Oregon.
Looks like 3 years is the fucking statute of limitations on that one, so I'm right as rain.
Dude, you did it. You
insane,
did it.
man.
City
Beat
of
the fucking
Portland v.
system, bro.
Jackson. Jackson, what did you do
I don't know.
in 1993?
Yeah.
1993. I guess I was still like in my fucking dad's balls or something then.
You were fucking
Oh my
piloting
gosh.
like a mech. What were you doing to him?
We'll never know, I guess.
That's funny.
So, Tanner, do you have any other sex topics to bring forth today?
Tanner, have you ever like tried to have sex with a person when their parents were around? I feel like that's something you would do.
I've had sex in my own house when my mom was home.
Oh, okay.
How'd you rationalize being able to do that, man? I could never buckle down to do the deed, man.
I didn't have a healthy relationship with sex and did not make smart decisions.
Your room was also like right on the other side of your mom's.
True.
Do you think she heard you at all?
The one time I did do it up in my room,
Wait, where else were you doing it then?
in the garage.
What the why? Why would you do it there?
We had an old mattress in there.
That doesn't matter. That's so much more accessible to everybody. It's not personal to just you.
Yeah, it was like
Get her
2 in the
done.
morning.
Oh my god. Insane.
Okay, so Karen, the one time you did it in there.
Yeah, we
Yeah,
were
go
pretty
on.
quiet. My mom was like in the living room, probably sleeping or some shit.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Interesting, I guess.
Very fun, man. Very fun. Jackson, do you have anything to contribute here?
No, I've got nothing very exciting.
Fair.
Womp womp.
Me and Jackson are very simple.
I've already told my one story. I don't think there's much more to talk about.
Rip.
Tell it again.
No, I'm
I
good.
actually don't remember your story.
It's fine. You can watch that episode back
He had
again.
sex once, so that's the story.
It wasn't very exciting. It was very uneventful.
Now, Nico, you said that having sex in the trunk at like 100-degree heat was like the worst sex you've ever had. But I think I recall, however, you saying that this last time with the whole shower and the wet
Oh
wipe
yeah, that
thing,
was
I
also
thought-
awful.
Which one was
but like
worse?
which was worse?
One
Though?
was very clean and one wasn't. They're like diametrically opposed.
Yeah, I'd say that the trunk one was definitely worse. The 100-degree
Okay.
heat.
Okay, that's fair.
Okay. I have
that was
too
just
many
god-awful.
worsts, so
Yeah.
No, that's only imaginable with your body count. So, just
factual.
Yeah. We're up to 4 digits now, Dylan. Can you believe it?
I don't think that's true at
Wouldn't
all.
it be funny if like I was lying this entire time and none of this shit has happened?
Tanner's
I
still a
mean,
virgin.
we have no reason to disbelieve you, I suppose. So, you haven't proven guilty.
I feel like we
otherwise.
could probably come up with reasons to disbelieve me.
I mean,
So it's a
Tanner,
sex
you just
tape.
seem like that kind of guy. You give me that vibe.
Does
Thanks.
he?
I
You
guess.
seem like if I gotta lay some fucking pipe, Tanner.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe when you come to Oregon. No, never mind. I'm not going to finish that thought. Anyway, moving on.
What the fuck was he about to say?
Let's exchange some sexual favors, Tanner.
No.
He's real curious
I was
about
gonna-
the offer you made
I was
about
gonna-
sleeping in bunk bed together.
Yeah.
I don't know. Nico, do you have anything else on this topic?
No. That was about the only
Crazy.
thing that I wanted to bring up, you know?
Fantastic. He just wanted to brag about his stories for a bit.
I
He was
just
tired
remembered
of me
that I just
overshadowing him.
I just remembered I had some fun stories to tell. That was all.
That's fair enough. Like, I probably don't remember 95% of anything. Like, I just have a number that I know has happened, but I don't recall any of that shit.
Yeah.
So I'm sure I'll randomly recall stories all the time, you know?
There we go. And whenever you do, Tanner, fucking write them down, dude. I want to hear about these bad boys.
Of
Much like how I
course.
want to hear all about, since we've been talking about cars this whole time, and especially trunks, Jackson,
Hi.
let's hear about that Toyota Crown Adventure, dude.
Oh, I totally forgot about that. Was I supposed to talk about that last episode?
Maybe.
I think that was the plan, but the fucking Battlecats tier list really stole the glory there, unfortunately.
It sure did.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot to talk about with this, so I guess I'll try to keep it short for brevity. But basically, what happened?
Don't keep it short, Jackson.
Don't keep it short. Okay, I'll try my best to give the deets here. It's been a few weeks at this point since this happened, but basically, my brother has been interested in buying a right-hand drive Japanese car, specifically a Toyota Crown, was what he was looking at. So we drove down a couple of weeks ago to go check one out from a local seller. All we really knew going into it is that it was really low miles, it looked pretty clean in the pictures, nothing like was necessarily wrong with it, and the seller was Ukrainian, so communication was rough right off the bat. We get there, the guy is cool, doing a little walk around, I kind of look at it and it looks like it kind of got sideswiped. Nothing crazy really happening there, except for him talking about his financials. He's trying to sell this car. He planned on making it some like crazy 1,000 horsepower sleeper build car, because it's just like some unassuming old Japanese car. He wanted to make it like some crazy shit because it has the same engine as like a really infamous car, just the Mark IV Supra from like the Fast and Furious movies.
Oh, okay.
They're really moddable. So he wanted to make it something like that because they have the same engine, but he couldn't do it because he's a trucker and he wasn't getting any jobs. So his wife was basically making him sell all his shit. So I don't know, which is crazy too because his wife and kids work apparently, so like he doesn't need to do that, but he's doing it anyways, I guess. Maybe it was all a front for an excuse to sell the car because he just didn't want it or something. I don't know. He was trying to guilt trip us. But that all leads into him also asking us if we're into guns when we're there.
Yes.
He wanted to try to sell us some of his guns because he's selling a bunch of other shit as well, including like a motorcycle. We declined that. We're just there to buy the car, specifically. It all
What
looks
kind
good
of
when
guns was he selling, though?
we didn't ask. We
He might have had,
said
like, javelin rocket launchers for you or some shit.
Oh my god.
Yeah,
that would have been fun. We really missed that opportunity. I kind of wish we asked more about that, but I'm good. I'm not in the market for a gun right now.
Missed opportunity, man.
True. But moving on, part 2 of this story is us going and taking it for a test drive, where it seems, drive totally fine. Nothing really stood out a ton about this drive, except for when my brother parked on like the halfway point to go and let me drive. The guy like freaked out at him for like breaking the transmission of the car because he didn't do it in a certain way. Like 90% of drivers, when they go to put their car in park, they just hit the brakes until they're not moving anymore, and then they shift into park, and then they're done. Which is, not necessarily the right way of doing it because you're putting a lot of pressure on your parking pole. I'm not going to go into it. It's not good for your transmission, but it's not breaking it. So he went through like the whole...
What's the right way to do it? I feel like that's the way everyone does it.
The best way to park your car, and I guess it depends on cars because some of them have like an auto-engage parking brake and things like that. But most of the time, you would basically go to a full stop, put the car in neutral, then you're going to put the parking brake up, and then once the parking brake is up, you let off the brake, let the car, rest on the parking brake, and then you're going to shift into park from there. And that's the way you do it, and that puts all the pressure on the parking brake, doesn't put it on your transmission. So he freaked out at my brother for that, which I thought was funny because it's like a really minor thing that nobody really cared, but he's fucking buying the car too, so who cares? And then on the drive back, the car's slow as fuck, and I just stepped on it when we had a straightaway just so I could kind of feel what the power felt like, and it was incredibly slow, and we're basically going nowhere, and the guy's in the back oh, I've never went this fast in the car before.
Oh
I'm
my
what
gosh.
are you fucking talking about? I'm talking like a grandma. Another thing I guess I can say about it driving is that it's a Japanese car, of course. All the buttons and shit, the infotainment is all in Japanese, and the speedometer's in kilometers an hour. So you have to just on the fly translate that because there's no way to turn it into miles per hour, unfortunately. So the car seemed to drive fine. It looked all right. Nothing seemed out of the ordinary, and my brother booked an appointment for a pre-purchase inspection at the Toyota dealership in town. So we went and drove off to do that, which took 3 hours. And in those 3 hours of this pre-purchase inspection going on, we had plenty of one-on-one time with the seller. The first thing being, we walked to the subway across the street, and we hung out there for like an hour, in which we were just like talking about like stories about the cars and stuff. He was talking about a little bit of like his time in the fucking war.
Like the current one?
I don't know. It's like some fucking... He was a fucking veteran of some shit in Europe before he moved down here.
How old was this man?
I don't fucking know. He's like in his like 40s.
Yeah, you said
like,
before he was like a POW, right?
No, I never said anything about that. But yeah, he was like constantly getting calls throughout the day, and he'd always answer them and say some shit in Ukrainian and then hang up like 30 seconds later. And that was just happening the whole time. It was very, very unnerving, but not that weird.
Not that weird.
Yeah, in the subway, he paid for my brother's meal. Not mine, that son of a bitch. Which is whatever. Yeah, nothing crazy happened in Subway, really.
What was his order? What kind of sandwich did this man get?
I can't remember.
Meatball marinara, baby. You know he got one of those bad boys.
Probably nothing that interesting. You got a fucking Coke, I think. Nothing crazy, but yeah, we walked back, and we're just kind of like walking around. We were looking for the car in like one of their service bays because we didn't see it in the first one they dropped it off in, and he was like kind of concerned that somebody like went in and like drove it off for some reason. He was like, "Oh, where'd they do it? Where'd they take my car to?" And he's like kind of like freaking out because he thought it was gone, and we found it. He's like, "Oh, okay, we're good." And we just kept walking around. Nothing really interesting happened in this. But when we were done with the PPI, we were just like waiting around the hall. It finally clicked to me. This guy is hitting on every single woman he sees. They're not like hitting on them, but he's making some really suspect remarks about them.
That's how Eastern Europeans are, it's part of their culture.
Yeah, like every single young-looking girl, he was making some sort of comment about. He was like, "Oh, you guys gotta start working down here so you can get in with her." Things like that. Like when we were walking into the dealership again after the car was done with the PPI, there was just some I don't know, some worker there walking in front of us, and he was like, "Damn, do you see that thing?" And he was like pointing at her butt, not even attempting to hide it. Things like that the whole time, basically every single girl.
How thick was his accent?
I mean, he was understandable, but it was definitely pretty thick.
Okay.
And then when we were like finalizing, my brother's like cashing out his PPI or whatever at the service desk. There's just some girl there that looked pretty young, and he's like, "Oh wow, you're so beautiful. How old are you? I can't believe you're a mom. It says you're a mom on your desk." And she's like, "Yeah, I'm a mom. Here's my kid. I'm like in my mid-20s." And he's like, "Oh wow, you're so young. I thought you were 18.
Jesus Christ.
I thought you were barely legal, huh? I already have a kid. That's crazy.
Yeah, let me check my notes here. I think that's the rest of it. Oh yeah, and then finally we get back to his house. My brother hands him a bunch of cash. I had to like help him set up his Zelle because he thought he had used Zelle before, but apparently he didn't. So it's like a 5-minute process of me sitting here like trying to help this old guy fumble with his phone, which was great. And then once we got that done, my brother sent some of the money there, and then the rest with cash. He just kept miscounting it. And it went on for like 10 minutes. He just kept constantly miscounting. Had to restart it over and over and over again. My brother just like sitting there walking around in his garage doing fucking nothing this whole time. He finally got it in the end, though. He finally counted it correctly. Or I guess just gave up and took the L. I don't know. And my brother and I drove back. And that was the end of our adventure, picking up my brother's new Toyota Crown. In which we have confirmed, in fact, it was sideswiped. We don't know if it happened in the States and he just didn't claim it or something, or if it did happen when he imported it. The guy said it happened before he imported it, but we don't know that. Because, it's a Japanese car. They don't do fucking Carfax over there. You can't really pull up a lot of information about it. So yeah, that's basically it. Very exciting stuff. It was a long-ass day. I fucking left the house at like 9 o'clock and got back at like 5. It was basically a full-ass shift. It was like 4 hours of driving.
That's funny.
But Jackson, luckily for you love driving.
I was in the Supra, so it was a pretty fun drive.
Yeah.
That's good.
Yes, sir. Oh yeah, I guess another final thing. Not super interesting, but he was just constantly, every second he had an opportunity, saying how fucking beautiful my car was. Definitely stroking my ego there, but like, holy shit. Like, the first thing he says when we got out of my car, I was like, oh wow, what a beautiful Supra. I'm like, oh, thanks. And he said it like 5 more times, I think, throughout the rest of the day. That's
pretty good.
Yeah, it's a pretty typical thing from what I've seen.
Speaking of used cars...
Guapish at the movies.
Whoa!
Sort
I don't know.
of something like that.
Oh, okay.
That's right, everyone. Guapish at the movies. One of the movies we watched this week is a 1980 Kurt Russell comedy by the name of Used Cars.
Whoa!
Oh my gosh.
Nico, do you want to run us through a quick plot synopsis of Used Cars?
I'd rather Jackson does it.
Why me?
Because you love cars.
To be honest,
Yeah.
I was thinking of asking you to do it, Jackson, but I figured you'd be too shy.
Okay, I'll do it.
Yeah.
Alright, so we have our main protagonist. He works at a used car dealership. He's trying to save up some money so that he can be a politician. That's his main goal. He wants to do something with his life. Then also we have the brother of the car dealership owner, works at a car dealership across the street. There's like some interstate that's going to come over, and he's trying to buy up that lot or something to stop that interstate from being built there, because, it'd run through his dealership, and he'd have to, sell his land. It'd be, a huge loss for him. So the brother's trying to buy the old property. The brother of the used dealership doesn't want to sell. So they kind of just do a ploy to fucking kill the brother. They send over one of their mechanics to just take him for an insane joyride in which he does, in fact, make the guy have a fucking heart attack, and he dies. And he fucking dies. And then they realize if they, report this to the cops, the brother across the street's just going to get, ownership of the dealership. So instead of reporting him dying, they basically just bury him in, an old, ground lift system they have, and they just bury him in there with his car, and then just tell everybody he just went to a trip to, Florida or something? Miami?
Yeah, to Miami Beach.
Yeah, he went on a trip to Miami. And then they start doing everything in their power to sell as many cars as possible without any real moral reprieve. They hijack fucking TV stations to play horrible ads for things. They have fucking strippers go on tops of the cars. They lie, all sorts of stuff to get as much money as they can. They commit
acts of terror, even, dude.
Mm-hmm.
They do. They fucking blow up a car. Yeah, not very subtle. And then the guy finds out that the dude is in fact not dead. They have to dig him up and then actually fake his death again to really sell it. The fucking daughter also at some point comes in. The daughter of the used car dealership owner. She is just looking for her dad. She wants to reconnect with him. Hasn't been in his life for 10 years. They're trying to dissuade her from doing this, or try to redirect her to go down to Miami to try to find her, just to waste her time, so they can broadcast some ads, and they don't want her seeing it. She figures out about the whole ruse. She ends up taking up ownership of the dealership, and just fires everybody there and tries to do it all herself. She attempts to make an advertisement for it, in which the fucking brother then hires somebody to do an editing job of that ad, in which he says something that falsifies some claims. They get sent to court for it, and then there's this whole rigmarole of them trying to prove that she actually has a mile's worth of cars on the lot, and then everything kind of comes together in the end, where they at the very start of the movie, somebody's trying to sell the guy a couple hundred cars or whatever it is, and then finally he ends up using all of his money that he was saving up for being a politician to buy those cars. And there's some crazy scene where they're all driving a bunch of fucking student drivers are driving all these 200 cars down to the dealership, and they're going and counting them all, and that's all a happy ever after ending,
Mm-hmm. They did it. These sleazy piece of shit car dealers, they win at the end.
Yeah, honestly, this movie's pretty funny, and I think it's even funnier that, honestly, the brother doesn't really, other than killing his brother there.
Aside from that small thing.
You could see him as relatively benign. Honestly, the other people are kind of the assholes in most of it. Because like he's trying to do proper business. Other than killing his brother, that's the real
Aside
big
that,
thing.
it's
That
just
tiny little thing. But everything else is pretty normal for the most part.
yeah. I agree. This movie I thought was like actually hilarious. The funeral scene, just those terrible ass eulogies they give for the guy, that was super funny. Putting the like coins over his eyes and whatever.
Oh yeah.
The commercials were so fucking good.
You just
Let's
like
see.
the part where they take the lady's tits out, Tanner. You piece of shit.
Dude,
I sure do.
that girl's failing to get out of that scenario. I don't know if that was the intention, but she was just fumbling.
Maybe I really liked all the reactions from like the people at home at that part.
Oh yeah, the dad,
Like that big ass family where they just and they're glued to the screen all of a sudden. What did that one kid say? He was like, "That girl's got her tits out" or something like that. That was fucking
Maybe.
funny.
Something about it.
Then yeah, they have those strippers out there, and I wrote down there's a high variation in quality of these strippers. I mentioned when this movie was picked last week that I saw a picture of what I thought was like a drag queen or a transsexual. No, that was just an incredibly ugly woman.
Yeah.
Oh god.
Damn.
They
And
exist,
she's like-
Tanner. Are you
Yeah,
trying to
she-
say that all drag queens are just ugly-looking women?
I mean, yeah, for like if you
piece of
compare them
shit.
to women, they are ugly. But
You piece of shit, Tanner.
I agree with Tanner.
I think I've probably seen some drag queens that were more attractive than that woman, frankly.
Dear God.
Which is funny because she was like the main one too, which I'm gonna assume that was done for the humor of it. That second commercial was fucking awesome. I loved that shit where they were blowing up the guys' fucking cars, especially because like it was made in the 1980s, so it has like 1980s prices on it, so it's like $6,299. That price is too damn high. Fucking blasting it. That was great. And then, when the FBI is investigating the guy afterwards, he's like, yeah, I woke up, late last night to the sound of an explosion. I saw some guys in turbans yelling about the Ayatollah, and they take off, and the FBI is like, that's all the questions we have, sir.
They just fucking pack up and leave.
Yeah.
Crazy.
I was shocked by how not terrible the fight between Roy L. Fuchs and the one guy is. Like
Yeah.
for
It
a
was
comedy,
surprisingly well choreographed.
exactly. You do not like for a movie this old and in the comedy genre. You don't expect anything impressive at all, but like they were actually fucking shit up in there. They destroyed every piece of furniture in that entire building in like 2 minutes, but that was
But also,
really
he was
funny.
like fighting a feeble old man. How could he not hold his own at all?
That
there?
man was not feeble.
Yeah, he
He
was
was
not
a feeble
feeble
old
at
man,
all.
dude. He had a weak heart.
He was mauling that person.
He had high blood sugar and shit.
Shout out to Kurt Russell getting laid while their entire plan is coming apart. Real good for that guy.
Yeah, that's always sweet. Now, one thing, Tanner, one thing here that I'd really like to mention. Now, you and Jackson have been mentioning this whole time about how hilarious, how funny,
Oh my god.
funny this movie is. I gotta say, Tanner, I only laughed like one time in this entire film, I'd say.
That's because you're a joyless cretin.
You see, I really liked the part, even though the joke was like kind of ruined. I really liked the part where the fucking old man is dying, and they've got like these fucking people buying a car at that same time. They're like, huh, $50. $50 never killed anybody. And then the fucking guy comes rolling in there, fucking dying because he just went on a crazy car ride. He's like, I guess $50 really can kill somebody. And then
Yeah.
he just dies right in front of him.
I thought that whole part.
I thought that whole part was done fairly well, and it gave me a good chuckle. However, the rest of the movie, I just didn't really find all that funny. Ultimately, like what I told Jackson at the very end of the film is that this feels like a dad movie. Okay, like this is not a.
I'm gonna be honest.
I'm
I'm gonna be honest, Nico. I think this is a skill issue with you.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. How is it a skill issue?
I was
You
about
need to
to ask, how's
just
the
you just
skill
need to be
issue?
better at finding the funny.
Oh,
Yeah.
damn.
Yeah.
I don't know about all that, man. I don't know about
'Cause
that. Like, I can acknowledge when like jokes are being made, but like I just don't think they're very funny is all.
Yeah, that's a skill issue, Nico. Much like a person with a good sense of eyesight is someone who can see many things. A person with a good sense of humor is someone who can detect humor in many things.
Yeah?
Yeah. That's
I
a
can
little
detect
science
the
for
humor,
you.
Tanner. I'm seeing that it's supposed to be there. I just don't find it funny is all.
Yeah, and you that means you got a defective sense of humor, my guy.
True.
I like when the cops show up to investigate the body and they are just destroying their lot. They're like crashing through barriers and almost hitting those fucking guys and whatever.
Yeah.
I really like how in old media the cops are portrayed just like incredibly reckless. It's like always a constant. They're just fucking driving around like madmen, crashing into shit. Their cars always fucking bumping into stuff without any thought about it. It's great. I love it.
Even in their own logic, that is an active crime scene that they are now destroying.
Yeah.
Let's see. They killed a guy that was decently funny where they just explode him in front of everyone. I like the judge character, and specifically I found it very funny how he has those. They're trying to sell him as this like hard ass who no one's ever gone innocent in front of, and he's got those little dioramas of different execution methods up on his desk. Like, what the fuck?
Playing them in front of the girl while she's lying.
Tad correction here. I did actually like the judge. I thought he was pretty funny as well.
There you go. He's a good old southern judge.
Also, real quick, one thing that really
Arizona.
one thing that really confused me at one point in the film. So, like, they're doing, like, some big old fucking rigmarole or whatever the fuck, like, earlier in the film. And just, like, at some point, Kurt Russell guy, he's trying to find, like, one of the other dudes to, like, get him to, like, fucking sell a car to some random-ass citizen or whatever the fuck. And he, like, looks over at him. He's just, like, fucking some lady in a car. What did that have to do with anything? Why were they doing that?
Sex is funny, Nico.
Okay.
Is it?
In that scenario, I guess.
I like the scam he does with the dog.
Oh yeah.
Where
The dog was a trooper throughout the whole movie. Man was just going with it.
You killed my dog! All he ever wanted was to see you and your family in a reasonably priced automobile, and now he's dead! But
I think it really would have sold if they actually killed the dog right there, though.
Okay.
What the hell is wrong with you?
Jesus.
I will never bring my dogs around you ever.
He wants to see blood.
Unfortunate.
And then we have a big Mad Max ass ending.
Yeah, I was surprised that they actually blew up some of the cars during that scene. That was crazy, dude.
Yeah, and they actually jumped a train.
Yeah.
They might actually have done that shit because I don't know exactly how well you can fake that in the 80s.
I mean, you'd be surprised. You know, they had Predator back then.
That's fair enough,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Unless those were actual aliens that they actually fought.
Oh my god, Tanner's breaking the code here.
But, yeah, do we have any other thoughts on this movie?
Used cars, more like...
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
I'm giving
No
this
bar.
movie a C tier.
What the fuck? You
I
are
didn't think
out
it was-
of your goddamn mind.
I just didn't think it was all that great, man.
Tanner's facial expression shift was priceless.
Jackson,
that's a
what
crazy
are you
ranking.
giving it?
I'm giving it an A-. I thought it was quite funny through most of it.
I'm giving it an S-. You're literally
Damn,
on
Jesus.
crack, Nico.
I didn't think this movie was very funny, man. And so
You're
if it's
not
not funny,
funny.
what else does it have to offer?
That's
Jesus Christ.
that's fair. I mean, the acting was pretty good throughout most of it. I think the cinematography was pretty clever. In some
And Kurt
scenes.
Russell is so handsome, Nico.
Right?
He's
Have you
so
seen the guy?
dashing.
Love that guy. Anyways, that puts us at a solid B+ right there.
Hot
Yes,
damn.
sir.
Look at that shit.
Which one do we want to talk about next?
Next up, we watched another movie that I gotta say, our patrons are really picking some real stinkers lately, it sounded like. So,
Uh-oh.
this next film that we watched was Free Willy 2. Free Willy 2! It happened again, he got captured, and they gotta save him. They gotta crack him out of the clank again. So, the whole thing about Free Willy 2, it's about like some little fucking Australian chick. She goes off to fucking South Africa because her dad's just a bumbling moron and breaks his legs or some bullshit, okay? So while she's down there, she's hanging out with her grandpa, the old G-Pie as it were, and he runs an amusement park. Now this amusement park...
What the fuck are you talking about?
What do you mean?
Where is this anywhere in the movie, huh?
Hold on
Jackson.
a second. What?
Jax, I
What?
swear to God, did you pick the wrong movie?
We watched Free Willy 2. The Adventure Home. Hold on a second. That's pretty funny. We may have watched the wrong movie.
Oh no.
Wait, Nika, was there an orca in this thing you watched?
Yeah.
You guys did not watch. Free Willy 2 is set in Washington. What the fuck did you guys watch?
Ladies and gentlemen, for the first time in Guapish at the Movies
What did we watch,
history.
Jackson?
I'm trying to find out. Give me a second. What did we watch?
It's set in Washington. It stars the same kid from the first movie.
We watched Free Willy Escape from Pirates Cove.
That's the one with Bindi Irwin in it.
It is, yeah.
That's the fourth one, I think.
Hang on, it
Jesus
does say
Christ.
Free Willy 2, The Adventure Home, though.
Well, I watched one that's Free Willy 2 with no subtitle. And the one I watched was on like fucking Disney Plus or some shit.
Hang on, I'm looking at the other Free Willy 2, and that also says Free Willy 2, The Adventure Home, but it has some character who's entirely unrelated to this film.
Hold on a second, we need to figure out...
There's something strange happening here.
I got this, boys. I am the expert problem solver here.
We need to... Free Willy 2... Did I watch? I couldn't have watched the wrong thing.
I think we definitely just fucked up, because Free Willy 2, The Adventure Home is what we should have watched. We watched Escape from Pirates Cove.
The Adventure Home is what's popping up first for me as well.
Yeah, The Adventure Home is what I watched. I can tell from the cover here.
We watched the most recent one, apparently. So how I do it is I just go onto a site, I type in Free Willy 2, and I download the most popular result that popped up. And I guess Free Willy Escape from Pirates Cove was the one that popped up because it had 2 in the 2000s.
That one came
was
like 20
2010.
years after the other ones.
Yeah, Free Willy 2 is 1995. The one you guys watched is 2010, unfortunately.
Well, but I keep this one on the back burner, boys, because we've already got 2 of us that have watched it.
I mean, I think what we have to do now is, I guess I am ranking Free Willy 2 myself, and you guys will rank Free Willy Escape from Pirates Cove.
Okay.
Sounds good, man.
Goddamn.
And I'll say
a
what we
nightmare.
can do, since Dylan has missed a chunk of the movies, is any movies you missed, you can just watch it whenever and add your ranking whenever so that we can clean shit up.
Okay.
But I guess since we have two people on this one, yeah, you guys go ahead and take this away. It is the same grandpa in both the movies, it looks like.
Yeah, so Tanner, Free Willy escaped from Africa. Or escape to Africa, depending on how you look at it. Is the story of Bindi Irwin trying to free Willie himself, okay? So, yeah, like I said, it's a rundown fucking amusement park or some bullshit. And he's had hard times, okay? He's a crippling gambling addict, okay? And he's got this other fucking successful amusement park owner who just really wants to buy Willie. And that's about it. Some bullshit happens. Everyone is a terrible actor in this film, basically. Especially Bindi Irwin. Jesus Christ, is she a terrible, terrible actress. Holy fuck, they should have cast someone else. And then they eventually free Willie.
Okay.
Did I miss anything, Jackson?
Sounds about right, honestly.
God damn. That might have been why you guys...
Hold on.
There was nothing notable about this movie. It was fucking boring, and Bindi Irwin's a terrible actress. D+.
Hold on, can I just double check? You said this was set in South Africa?
Yes.
How were there
You said
orcas
Australia.
You
I don't
know.
know.
You said Australia, though. Hold on a second.
She's from Australia. She goes to South Africa.
Okay.
Yeah, I guess they were migrating. I don't know.
I don't... Hold on a second. Where can you find orcas?
I feel like it'd be probably just like easier to ask if orcas are in Africa, Tanner.
Whatever.
I think they exist wherever penguins and seals exist, I'm pretty sure.
And there is a penguin in this movie.
I don't see what that... Okay.
Let's see. Map of orca habitat. Oh, okay, they are down there. That's crazy.
They kind of can exist anywhere. They are the apex predator of the sea.
I don't know if that's true, but I'll believe
They
it.
are pretty high up there, man. I'm just saying. Orcas will fuck you up.
Anyway, that shit
They
doesn't matter.
won't
I'm
fuck you up, Dylan. They're harmless to humans.
Yeah, I'm also
yeah.
giving this a movie.
Well, there's a difference
really
between-
just to finish it off.
There's a difference between being harmless and generally not harming.
No, they're incapable of hurting humans. God doesn't
That's-
allow them to.
That's
Oh,
actually
okay.
not true at all, but we'll go with that reality, I suppose.
So where are you guys ranking Free Willy Escape
D+.
from Pirates
This
Cove?
movie's terrible. It's
Oh,
so
yeah,
fucking boring.
Yeah, it's a
Wait.
D+ movie. It was boring. The acting was bad. The cinematography was very uninventive. The story, it was just really fucking boring.
I'm surprised you guys rated it that high for it being such a bad movie.
I mean, it's not like they were fucking like shitting on each other or something like that, you know?
I'm just saying,
So,
man.
Free Willy 2. I was so bewildered when you started describing that. I'm like, did I miss something when I was watching this movie?
You got the customer cut or something.
This Patreon got 2 movies for the price of 1 here.
Yeah, apparently.
Damn you, Patreon.
What a fuck
Damn
up. You guys are idiots.
Well, I didn't do anything. I just watched the movie.
You just corrected me. You should have known the synopsis.
How did you guys not realize that Free Willy 2 was an old movie and this movie looked newer than 1990s?
I don't know shit about Free Willy. I didn't know it was an old movie. It could have been a fucking 2010 movie.
You couldn't tell from the first. Didn't you guys watch the first movie?
No.
We didn't.
I forgot to tell my story.
Yeah,
Surrounding why this movie was even chosen. Basically, when I was a wee tyke prior to like 13 years old, Free Willy was my favorite movie. Mine and Hunter's favorite movies, and we would watch this all the time, like every single day. My mom worked as a preschool teacher at church or some shit. And so we would go into
They love
this.
Free Willy there. They love the part where Free Willy gets crucified on the cross and dies.
Yeah,
for our
exactly.
sins.
And we would go to this back room in the church where they had one of those tiny VCR TVs, and we would just watch Free Willy over and over again.
Jesus Christ.
But Hunter accidentally misremembered it as Free Willy 2 that we watched, which isn't the case. It was the first one.
Yeah.
But here we are. So Free Willy 2 is set in Washington, United States, with the boy from the first one, and something has gone horribly wrong, and his parents are now divorced, and he's very angry about it. He's an edgy, 13-year-old, I think, now. And he's introduced to this new half-brother he has. I think the plot was something along the lines of, his dad had, a secret second family or some shit.
Oh,
I don't even remember. But he's got this little brother, and he hates the little brother. He's like, "You ruined my fucking family!" And it's a little tale of them learning to get along or whatever the fuck.
Did that strike a chord with you, Tanner?
Not really.
Okay.
But yeah, they go to Washington to see their grandpa, who's an orca researcher, and
he captured Willie again.
Yeah, there's orcas there, and then the grandpa is like, "Hey, kid, listen to this little recording of the orcas," and he hears some. And he's like, "Oh my god, it's Willie!" And then Willie's there, the kid's there, they're so happy, it's Willie, and there's a love interest girl, and it's a little cute, I guess. And then this big accident happens, an oil tanker is coming through, and it fucking crashes, and it leaks a bunch of oil into the whole ocean. And they're like, fuck. And one of Willie's whale friends, they get covered in oil, and oil gets in its lungs and shit. Like, damn it, we gotta do something. No, it doesn't die. They give it some medicine, but it's not working. And so his grandpa, who is extremely Native American, is like, I have some secret native medicines to give the whale. And so he gathers up a bunch of leaves and garbage and grinds them up and then rubs it on the whale's tongue, and then it's all better. The oil expels from its lungs or some shit.
That's fun.
And then they're like, dude, we gotta get the whales out of here before, out of this little cove area before the oil blocks them off. And then they do that. At some point, the oil catches on fire.
Of course.
They're like, oh shit. And the kids, they row out into the fire because they want to help the whales. And the parents are like, damn, we suck at parenting. And the whale saves the kid this time from the fire. And then everything's just kind of cool, I guess.
Okay, cool.
Also, at some point they talk about calling in the National Guard or some shit.
To kill the whales?
No, to help the whales. And they're like, listen, guys, we have to call Camp Mo Lester.
Oh god.
I swear to God, that's the name of the camp. I don't know if that's a real army camp or why that was. They could have picked a fake name if that is the real name. Maybe they wanted realism, but yes, it is called Camp Mo Lester.
That was a joke,
which was
just
very
for
funny.
parents.
Yeah. God. But Yeah, this movie, it's a little sweet, it's a little cozy. It's very much something a 9-year-old would like watching over and over again. But it is incredibly slow and super boring. So I'm gonna rank this one just straight down the middle and give it a C.
Sweet, dude, sweet. Unfortunately,
So
Free Willy doesn't have a very good track record on Guapish at the movies quite yet. Hopefully, some of the other films can crank it up a notch, you know.
A track record, it's built up impressively fast, all things considered.
We're already at half the catalog now, guys.
Nah, there's 5. We're less than
There's
half.
5? I thought
Well,
there was 4.
Yeah, you're forgetting about Free Willy in space, Jackson.
Oh shit, yeah, well they fucking launched
Actually,
him
wait,
in,
maybe you're
rocket.
right. How many Free Willy movies are there?
I'm pretty sure
Yeah,
there's only 4.
I only saw 4 when I looked it up.
There was another one that popped up. It's called Blackfish, but I don't know if that has any.
That's not a Free Willy
That's
movie.
definitely
I was about
not
to
Free
say.
Willy.
Well, there's 3 other ones that come before that pop up as Free Willy, so I
Yeah.
figured Blackfish was like some weird off name
Yeah,
for it.
There
Trying
are
to-
minimum
un-
4 to my knowledge.
I think there's just
Correct.
4.
Yeah, Free Willy 2, The Adventure Home, Free Willy 3, The Rescue, and Free Willy Escape from Pirate's Cove.
Okay.
Yeah.
Dylan, how'd you like Free Willy?
From what I remember from the movie, I thought it was pretty alright. I don't remember a lot of it because when I watched it, I was just a child, but you know, I don't think I was as addicted to it as Tanner was, based on his story. I had my own share of movie addictions when I was a child. They weren't great ones, though. That's probably why I have, anyway,
Have what?
such fear.
Such-
Okay.
What the fuck
I
was
watched,
that?
I watched a lot of scary movies as a child.
Oh, okay.
I'm scared of a lot of things.
Anyways, Tanner, what'd you rank it again?
C.
C, okay. I missed that. Anyways, that puts it at a C.
Who could have guessed? The world did not foresee this.
Yeah, thank you, Hunter, for that suggestion. You got 2 for 1, dude. You better be paying us an extra $1 this month.
He's I'm sure he'll be very excited to learn that when we tell him next week.
Yeah.
Oh man, can't wait.
He's off in Hawaii right now, by the way.
What? Why?
Can you believe he's not only in Hawaii, but he went on a trip to Hawaii without taking his girlfriend?
That's funny.
Why? Oh, okay.
Is he with anyone else there, or is it just him?
He's with, like, some random friend of his.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay.
Is it a girl?
No.
Oh, okay.
Thank
That's
God.
good.
It's funny. What's the next movie we want to do?
What the fuck is the bullshit you... Oh, Mars Needs Moms. I keep forgetting that we watched Mars Needs Moms this week. It just slips out of my head so dang easy. So, Mars Needs Moms, guys. Now, this is a film that, it was quite a financial flop, okay? I'll get more into that in a bit. But Mars Needs Moms is a story of Seth Green, okay?
Oh boy.
Now, Seth Green's your average child, alright? He loves zombies, he hates broccoli and taking out the trash, and he hates his mom. So the aliens decide, the Martians as it were, that they need to kidnap his mom to teach him what's what. Now, as they kidnap his mom, Milo catches wind of this, and so he chases after him, hops aboard their rocket, somehow doesn't die in this entire exchange. There are so many fucking instances in this movie where he should be dead, but
Yeah.
say la vie, dude. And then they land on Mars. Now, Mars is a barren wasteland up top, but down below is where things get a little crazy. Down there, he hops into a big old trash pile and meets, like, Goober or some shit. What's his name?
Gibble.
Gribble. That's what it is. It's
Gribble.
because Dale Gribble. Now, Gribble's a funny guy. He knows the ins and outs of this place because he's been there for years at this point. He's a big old fat fuck and he loves it there. Now, fucking Milo, he goes up there to save his mom with the help of good old Gribble, but things don't go as planned, okay? They don't go quite as planned, and Gribble gets kidnapped and gets a fucking firing squad aimed at him, but luckily, with the help of a fucking female alien there, he's able to get rescued by Milo and fucking the alien chick, Key, I think is her name. And from there,
something like
they're
that.
able to have some more little wacky hijinks as they discover that, oh, the Martians, they don't need moms. They just need a family unit to raise their children. That's all they really need. And from there, they're able to save Milo's mom, and there's like a big dramatic moment where she screams. She fucking screams as she realizes she's on Mars. And then she tries to sacrifice herself for some stupid reason. But
Because
fortunately...
she's a mom, you asshole.
They could have, like, fucking switched the helmet back and forth to, like, save
Maybe.
themselves. We'll get into that later. But all's well that ends well as they all fucking blast off to Earth and fucking Gribble and Key end up making cool little fusion babies or some bullshit. The end.
Pretty good
Now,
plot
Mars Needs
synopsis.
Moms, guys. Now, going into this film, I'll just say it right off the bat. I was expecting it to be hot fucking garbage because I've heard nothing
me
but bad
too.
things about this movie. However, I don't think it was quite as bad as I was expecting, you know? And I think that may just be thanks to, like, the low expectations of the film, but I just didn't think it was, like, you know, that terrible. At least not to the degree that I think it deserved to lose over $100 million in the box office. This movie made back less than a third of the fucking production budget, okay?
Holy shit.
Yeah.
That's impressive. How'd they do that? It's a Disney movie. How'd they...
I mean,
How'd
like,
they
it's
bungle
a
that so hard?
Disney movie. It's not like an actually made by, like, you know, their studios itself. It was like a subsidiary or some bullshit. But, yeah, you know how it is. You know how it is. But yeah, guys, Mars Needs Moms. What do y'all think about it?
I thought this movie was rather queer.
That's an interesting word to use.
Interesting. Okay. I guess I can agree with that sort of assessment. First thing about this movie is it is very... Not... I don't know about very, but it is unsettling to look at. The humans... Yeah. I actually think Gribble doesn't look that bad compared to the other two humans. The kid and his mom are they're I know we've said this hyperbolically before. I think they probably are about Toy Story bad. They're just not pleasant to look at all, and I don't want to keep looking at them, and they're creeping me the fuck out.
This is made by the same studio as Polar Express, and honestly, I feel like the characters of that looked quite a lot better than the fucking people here. Now, the aliens as well looked fucking terrible, I gotta say. They were pretty rough. Like, the fucking... You see the thigh gap on them, Tanner? You see the thigh gap on them?
Yeah, that shit was hot.
Their proportions are fucking wacky.
All I've got to say is, this is coming from the guy that was constantly asking me if I want to bone them. Clearly you had something else on your mind when you were watching this movie.
They didn't need to give Key such a dumper, to be honest.
Yeah, they had some ass on them.
That was a bit unnecessary, frankly.
Oh boy.
Let's see. What random bullshit do I have written down for this? Why does this kid wear his shoes in the house? That's very disrespectful.
We were saying the exact same thing, man.
The dude really hopped out of his fucking bed, and the first thing he does out of bed is put on his goddamn shoes.
Yeah, what an animal. What a weirdo. The one really bad part, which is just super long, is when he discovers the trash aliens for the first time, and he's trying to explain to them what a mom is.
Yeah, that part was really rough. However, that was also the only part of this film that I knew anything about, because that was like the fucking scene that for some reason they were really proud of and just want everyone to see in the advertisements.
Yeah. Dude, the note I specifically wrote down for that scene is, man, someone in the writer's room thought this shit was hilarious.
Yeah.
Someone thought this was the funniest thing they had ever thought of, and it's just not.
Yeah, it's horrific. However, shortly after that, we do get some pretty funny parts where fucking Gribble, he's talking about how, like, he came to space to fucking stop the Soviets from getting to it first.
Yeah,
why do you think they call it the Red Planet?
Yeah. Yeah, he was like, I was sent by Reagan or whatever. I'm like, oh. But,
Which I feel like is a much more intriguing idea than what we actually got with him.
I disagree.
Okay.
I think definitively Gribble is the best part of this movie.
Oh, 100%.
Both in terms of, like, comedy, but also his story, because he's, like, a legitimately, compelling character with a really tragic backstory. Because, the deal with Gribble is that he actually was a kid whose mom got stolen, and he also snuck aboard their ship and got here, 30 fucking years ago. And this is where we see what they do to the moms, because, the whole thing they're doing is they're trying to put the mom's brains into robots, because the robots don't know how to mom for some reason. And they say some bullshit like the robots only work once, and so we have to get a new mom every time, or some bullshit that doesn't make any sense, but whatever.
Yeah, they say that, raising kids is really hard, so they just can't do it after one.
Yeah, something weird like that. And so the way this machine works is the sun comes up and it goes through these big glass, magnifying glasses to, energize the sun. And it goes into this, machine with a big needle on it. And then this needle, touches the mom and she, fucking Thanos snaps into ash.
Yeah.
And so we see this flashback when Gribble is a kid, where he's fucking running across the Martian landscape, trying to get to this machine to save his mom, and then she fucking evaporates right in front of him. Yeah. I'm like, Jesus Christ.
All the while
Why
he's wearing a fucking t-shirt of him and his mom just smiling, being all happy together.
I missed that. That's fucked.
It's so fucked. This is a children's movie, and this is like one of the most tragic. This is like watching Bambi's mom get shot level of like, dude, what?
And for some reason, they liked this the premise for this film so much that they decided to make a Rick and Morty episode about it.
I don't know if I remember that one, to be honest.
It's the one where Morty has a sex robot.
Oh.
The females fucking push the males out, Tanner.
Okay,
they throw
I
them
see
down
what you're...
there.
That's fair enough.
Oh, that one. Okay.
Okay, I gotcha.
Yeah.
I do like the very pro-family message of this movie, you know. This is back when Disney wasn't trying to, you know, turn us all gay or whatever the fuck.
The hell?
And yeah, that's kind of all my thoughts on the movie. It's it has a lot of flaws. Off-putting visuals, mostly the human. The aliens don't like trigger your
Uncanny Valley senses.
Yeah, they don't trigger your Uncanny Valley, so that's not too bad. But and I think Gribble looks okay. He doesn't like trigger a fear response in me like the kid and mom do.
Yeah.
And none of the jokes land like ever. I think maybe a handful of them do, but the vast majority of them, I'm like, dude, what?
Yeah,
Were they
I think that a
thinking?
big fucking part where this film stumbles is like the world building, because we just don't really understand like really any part of the society for the most part. Like, why are they underground? Why the fuck is just like it's just a vast expanse up top, you know? What the fuck is the deal with like how like reproduction even happens on this planet? Like the babies just fucking pop out of the ground potatoes or some shit, you know? What's the deal with that? I just don't get it, man. I just
Factual.
don't get it.
Yeah. For positives, I actually do like the story, and I think there's like this emotional core to it that's actually pretty strong, weirdly enough. And also Key is a baddie, so
Yeah.
it's got that going for it.
Hold
Tanner.
on a second.
If NASA
Uh-oh.
came to you and then informed you, hey, we found an alien, alright? We need somebody to take the bullet and try to reproduce with this thing. Would you be willing to give her a shot?
If it's humanoid, sure.
It looks just like her.
Oh, just like Key?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll give that one a shot.
Oh, okay. I offered Jackson $100,000 for that deal, and he just wouldn't take it.
Why not?
And you do it for free, Tanner.
I would do it for free. Why wouldn't you do it at all, Jackson?
I think your snatch would bite my dick off.
That was going to
what?
be my first question.
I gave him the fucking prerequisite. They inform you that she does not have any teeth or anything down there. You'd be okay.
I'd
He
also
still
like to
wouldn't
add
take
that
it.
$100,000 is definitely not the amount that you quoted me. The first number you gave me was 10 grand, and then you said like 20 grand, and then it was like very marginal increases until like, this is fucking stupid, let's stop. It definitely never went anywhere near 100 grand.
Okay, so Nico's
Would you
a
do
liar.
it for 100 grand?
Oh, without a doubt.
Okay.
There you go.
Nico gaslights all the time, confirmed.
But yeah, overall, I think those sort of strong parts don't do much to overcome the many weaknesses this film has. So I'm gonna stick it at a C+.
Whoa.
Yeah, I think the negatives definitely outweigh more of the good parts. I think it had some good things going for it, like the world building, and some of like the set design, things like that. And the story wasn't terrible, but yeah, I'm giving it a C-. I think it's a below average movie for the most part.
You took the wind right out of my mouth there, my man, because I'm also going to be giving it a C-.
What the
Damn.
What the fuck was that?
Nico and I are in sync this week, except for used cars.
Yeah.
And that puts us at a C, unsurprisingly.
Fair enough.
Wow, crazy.
Same as
Ain't
Free
that
Willy
interesting?
2.
Let's go.
Yes,
Yeah.
sir. They're very similar movies.
And that brings us to our last movie this week.
For Brigsby Bear, guys. Brigsby Bear. Tanner, would you like to tell us a bit about Brigsby Bear?
Brigsby Bear is the tale of this guy whose name I've already forgotten. What is it?
Jimmy Neutron.
No. What the fuck is his... Yeah, you guys are... It's like a normalish name. It's like John or some shit.
Yeah, it's James Charles.
James. Yeah, it's James. It's about this guy named James, and when we're introduced to him, he's watching this weird show called Brigsby Bear, and it's like a weird kid show or whatever, and he seems like an obsessive nerd loser who lives with his parents. And then we find out, oh my god, it's a fucking apocalypse. He lives in a apocalyptic bunker shelter or something. And then mere minutes later we find out, oh, that's not true, because I think like the police or maybe the FBI, they like raid it, and we find out, oh shit, this guy had gotten kidnapped as a baby, and they raised him out in this just this bunker out in the desert, and that this TV show he's obsessed with was just something that the dad would make up to like keep him entertained, I guess.
And to teach him valuable lessons, like don't trust anyone outside of your family.
And
arithmetic.
Yeah, and arithmetic. And then from there, it's like he gets reunited with his normal family, but like he hasn't known these people since he's a baby. And also, he lived in a bunker his whole life, so he's a freaking weirdo. And it's him struggling to fit in, and he's obsessed with this weird TV show, and everyone thinks he's weird. They have a scene where he goes to a high school party with his high school sister that he now has. And something I appreciate about this film is they introduce the host of the party, this guy I believe named Jason. Don't quote me on that.
Jamal.
I'm like, and Jason's being like nice to the guy, and he's actually talking to him, whatever. And I'm like, oh, they're doing the thing where it's like this like the cool kid who's gonna be nice to the weirdo of the movie, and then he's gonna like gain his trust and then betray him or whatever, and he's like a massive asshole. And they don't do that.
No, they don't.
Very surprised.
Like all the friend characters that he makes here are like just shockingly pretty cool with him, which I think was really neat of them.
Yeah, I agree. It was very nice. I like that. Let's see, he does drugs and drinks, and like I've gone on record, I hate this shit in like high school adjacent or high school involved movies. Like this never happened. No one ever did this. You're all liars, and I don't believe you.
They did do that kind of shit though. I heard tale of this kind of shit happening.
No, they all listen. Everyone has been gaslit into thinking that's the kind of thing that you're supposed to do in high school by like Hollywood, and so everyone makes up these dumb stories. They make these little conspiracies to say, "Oh yeah, we totally did that shit," and they're all liars, and I don't believe any of you. That's my conspiracy theory now, by the way.
No one ever had parties in high school. It was all made up.
Yeah, it's all made up. It never happened. You can't prove to me it happened. That's all doctored footage. Anyway, after this, he decides he's gonna... there isn't a final Brigsby episode, so he says, I'm gonna make Brigsby Bear the movie. And so he gets his little gang of friends, his sister, Jason, this other chick, which I'll touch on later. And they go and make the Brigsby Bear movie. It's like nice and cute and friendly and very whimsical and blah, blah, blah. And they're doing this thing. And it's like, it feels like a love letter to sort of like the amateur filmmaking process. Or like, this is what making like movies with our friends in high school was like. And it's cool and neat. And,
can you tell that Sundance ate this movie up?
Yeah, I can tell. The moment they went to like, they had that scene where it was like the salt flat with like the bright blue sky in the background.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, they're gonna eat this shit up. Cause like that's a classic artsy fartsy movie thing to put in there.
Yeah.
That's something we'll see in like fucking Asteroid City or whatever that movie is. And then he makes a movie, he talks to his old dad, and he's like, you're a fucking asshole, or whatever he said to him. And then the movie just kind of ends.
Yeah. Brigsby Bear fades away as the movie comes to a crawl, and it really just represents that he's finally able to put his past behind him. Like that chapter of his life, it's closed now. He can finally move on.
Yeah, he sure can.
Yeah.
Do you guys have any other thoughts on this movie?
Brigsby Bear, I think, was a fairly enjoyable film overall, I would say. Now, I knew next to nothing going into this film. There was only one scene that I had seen previously, alright, just like online. I thought it was pretty funny. Turns out, it's not in the movie. I didn't see it in the movie. I don't know where the fuck it comes from then. It clearly has Brigsby Bear in it. He's saying some wacky stuff. I guess it was all doctored footage, though, as you stated, Tanner. I'm getting fucking gaslit over here about Brigsby Bear.
That's funny. Can you show us this scene?
Yeah, I'll fucking bring it up here. Jackson, you tell them all about Brigsby Bear for a second.
Show us it in the post-swap, and we'll try and suss it out there.
So, Brigsby Bear, guys, I think it's pretty cool.
Okay.
Yeah.
I thought you were trying to segue into me talking about it again there because you tried to pose me earlier.
Yeah, go for it, Jackson. Talk about Brigsby Bear for a second.
I thought the intro was really cool. I really like when movies don't tell you a lot about what's going on and it just makes you think about what's happening. I thought the intro was really, really well done before you get the big reveal about what's happening. And I think everything after that was a lot weaker for me, honestly. I get where the movie's coming from. I thought a lot of the cinematography and the acting was pretty good. But there's a lot of like weird things that I'm just confused about. Like a really big one is everything we've seen of Brigsby Bear, right, is just like some weird child dumb shit, right? It doesn't look like it'd be an entertaining show in any regard. Why the fuck does everyone latch onto it so much? Like they're watching it while they're getting a haircut. This popular guy's like, yeah, we gotta make something about this. This is the dumbest shit of all time. I don't get it. And they like base the whole movie around the assumption that people actually care about this, which granted, we haven't seen much of it. But from what we have seen, it doesn't look like it's anything special, and it's hard for me to like suspend my disbelief about that.
Can I give a small defense?
Go for it.
I do think it is very much in line with Zoomers to become hyper-focused and borderline obsessed with something that just isn't very good, and to make a massive deal out of it and become obsessed with it.
True that, homie.
I definitely agree, especially with something like Brigsby Bear, okay? You can, like, very obviously tell that, like, oh, okay, this has, like, that old-ass VHS aesthetic to it that will remind them of their childhood and shit, which Zoomers just fucking love. They love childhood because they just never escaped it. As well as just, like, you know, the story behind it. They all seem to understand that Brigsby Bear stemmed from, like, this fucking dude who was, like, fucking locked away for 30 years or whatever the fuck. So there's that sort of, like, pedigree to it, you know, Jackson? There's a sort of, like, strange mystique to it of, like, oh, this is a thing that one guy had to watch his entire life. I definitely think that, you know, it's something that people would be into. And as far as, like, the film itself goes, like, we have no idea just how big of, like, a showing this actually was. They may have just showed it at that one theater and then they didn't really, like,
I imagine that is all it was.
I was mostly talking about them, like, uploading the videos on YouTube. And the reactions we were seeing of people like watching in various places there. I get the idea of like the mystique about it because of the backstory of the you know, the guy, but I don't really feel like it's enough to elevate such a fucking awful piece of media to such heights. You know, that's just me though. Like the whole movie banks on that assumption.
I mean, people are obsessed with Friends, and that shit sucks.
Yeah.
Well,
or
hold
the
on a
Office,
second.
Dude. Or the
Well,
Office.
okay, guys, come on now.
Let's scratch by these points here. I do.
Jackson, people fucking adore Five Nights at Freddy's and like Huggy Wuggy, whatever the fuck is out there. You don't think they'd like Brigsby Bear?
That's true.
No.
Okay.
But yeah, fucking, I do also recognize what Tanner was talking about with like the setup. You'd expect the popular guy to, you know, go and like betray the main character later down the line, but he doesn't. That's like one thing that's really present with a lot of the movie is this guy is like a total fucking weirdo, and granted he has the backstory, so people are probably gonna not want to, you know, be that like aggressive, I guess, towards him because he's a fucking weirdo. They're like, you know, accepting of it. But like really the only person that's like that harsh about him is just his sister, and everybody else is totally chill with him, which is super like out of the ordinary. Like it was like almost made me uncomfortable how nice people were, and it kept setting me like these weird expectations. This is not a criticism, by the way. This is a good thing, if anything. Because
I was just say I like that this movie gives sort of an optimistic view of people.
Yeah, exactly. It's so different because it's like every other piece of media ever would just bully this poor man relentlessly because he's so weird and like hyper fixated on this one piece of media that nobody gives a shit about because, you know, nobody's ever seen it. But nobody cares. They're all like really accepting and cool about it. It's really strange to me. I thought it was interesting.
On the note about his sister, though, by the way, I'd say that's one of the few complaints I really have about this film is it feels like his sister coming around to him kind of feels like it comes out of nowhere because she just kind of like really seems quick. To be like, fucking deal with this guy now, and then at some point she's just like cool with him for no real reason, I guess.
Yeah, they like hung out making the movie. I don't know.
Yeah, I guess. I'm sorry to cut you off there, Jax. I'm sorry to cut you off. What else did you have to say, man?
I don't have a whole lot more to say, to be completely honest. I'm not a huge fan of the resolution of the movie.
What was wrong with it?
Well, the whole movie's about, like a metaphor for this guy overcoming his trauma, but it doesn't, like, overcome it. He, like, accepts it in the end by making the movie and, like, has other people accept it, too. I don't know. I just think the fucking continuation of working with that trauma, I don't know. I guess there's like the angle of like him like sending it off. He's not going to interact with the media anymore after, you know, making this movie. And I guess you can imply that. But this guy is so obsessed with Brigsy Bear. I highly doubt that he's going to stop wanting to do stuff with Brigsy Bear after this is done. And it kind of leaves that open. Or like, I don't know, it just leaves a lot of questions for me, honestly, about like what the point of all of it was. Because I don't know if I can really see it all as like a send-off to it. Or maybe I just don't understand why they're doing it in the first place. I mean, like metaphorically speaking, I know why they're making the movie. Because they wanted to.
I do think it was meant to be sort of a form of closure for him.
Yeah, exactly. I feel like that's fairly... beautifully illustrated with like when the fucking movie ends as they're watching it, there's like a big old like fucking Brigsby Bear like statue or whatever the fuck in the movie theater while they're watching it, then like fucking waves at him and just disappears, you know. I feel like that's sort of
that was his dad.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, to like, you know, illustrate the like, okay, it's all gone now, that was it, Brigsby Bear's over, we're putting a close to that chapter.
You guys really buy that he's gonna be done with it though?
I mean,
sure.
It's the whole guy's fucking life.
I could very much see that he's just becomes obsessed with making cool movies with his friends now.
Yeah. There's like so much more to life at this point, you know? He's finally done with Brigsy Bear. He can like go out there and explore like what else is going on out there. He can learn about like fucking hockey or whatever the fuck.
Yeah, he can learn about gangster rap. He's gonna get really into that shit.
I'd have to suspend my disbelief if I were to go at that angle, to be honest, for me.
I suppose so. I am ready to give my ranking.
Hang on, what were you going to say about the girl?
Well, that's part of this. So,
okay.
I think this is a very sweet movie. I really like the message. I thought this is one of those rare artsy-fartsy movies I actually enjoy.
That's shocking. I was fully expecting you to think it was fucking boring and you hated it.
No, I actually really like this movie.
Nice.
And I would like to give it an A. However...
The pedophilia, guys!
The pedophilia. We haven't mentioned it yet. There is a scene where he's at this high school party and a high school girl gives him a hand job. And frankly, that shit didn't need to be in the movie. I am dropping my ranking down by 2 ranks to a C. And if I ever see any of the fuckers who made this movie in real life, I'm gonna kill you.
Mark Hamill was there, though.
Jesus Christ.
Nah, who made the movie? I won't kill Mark Hamill.
Mark Hamill's pretty cool. I like him.
I feel like that's a bit harsh, honestly, Tanner.
I don't. If anything, it's not harsh enough.
She was 18. She was 18. They said it multiple times in the movie.
When did they say that?
They were when she was giving him the hand job. She was like, "It's okay, I'm 18."
That's not true. You're making that shit up.
There was like a big splash text that was like scrolling across the screen. It said, "She's 18. She's 18" the whole time. You missed
it was when they like initially picked her up in the car. His sister was like, "Did you enjoy your 18th birthday?"
Shut the fuck up. That's not true.
It was true, Tanner.
But anyway, I'm giving it a C because I'm anti-pedophilia.
Let's go.
Shame, dude.
A C's crazy.
Not anti-pedophilia. For shame for his ranking.
Jesus Christ. Same
There's no way
man.
to separate the two. The ranking is due to that.
Yes. See, and this is what's great about our rankings, because you seemed ultra positive about this movie, and I seemed ultra negative about this movie. I'm giving it a higher rank than you. I was giving it a B+ myself. Another like weird thing I guess I can add to this as well is I just want to know why. I guess it sounded like the mom kidnapped him and the dad just like rolled with it. But like, why did they do all this like crazy setup and shit?
They do never explain why the parents kidnapped him, really.
Yeah, I just want to know the backstory of it, and I get it. It's like if you're looking at it from a metaphorical sense, like it's like trying to not pry into this guy's trauma, and that's why they're not doing it. But I want to fucking know. It's so interesting. I was honestly mostly like super laser focused on that. It's like I want to know more about this backstory. I expected them to like explain it a little bit more maybe during the police scenes, but they really brushed over like all of that stuff during there. But whatever. Yeah, I think it was a pretty good movie overall. I enjoyed it. There were some things that held it back for me.
Just to be clear, Jackson, are you not subtracting any points for pedophilia?
Oh, I don't care that much. That's definitely not something that contributed to giving it a higher score.
Hang on a second here, Tanner. Hang on a second. Let's do a little reconnaissance real quick.
You're gonna see if there's that in any of our other movies.
Hang on.
It's quite possible.
Oh,
don't do some bullshit like, oh, the actress. I'm sure the actress was 18 or older. Okay. What are you doing? Are you looking through all the movies?
Search right now.
I feel like he's going through all the movies we've ranked so far to see if I'm a hypocrite, which...
No, I'm trying to find out where the film takes place and what the age of consent is there.
It's in Arizona.
Arizona, perfect.
Wait, Used Cars is in
like
Arizona.
17.
I think this one might be in California, actually. It's somewhere in the desert. Maybe Nevada.
Yeah.
These are all possibilities.
These are all 18 as well. Let's find out Nevada.
I think Nevada's younger.
16, guys! This movie takes place in Nevada, which is age of consent 16, Tanner. We're good to go.
That shit. You're just saying that shit. Also, I don't care.
Come on, Tanner, come on.
Can't you just accept the fact that he was going to give it like an A and he dropped it down to make it a C? Can't you just live with the fact that he was going to give it an A? Can't you live with that fact?
I just think he's being a little unfair is all. I'm going to give this movie an A personally as well.
I don't think pedophilia is unfair.
Yeah, I think that this movie was quite good, you know. I enjoyed it. I feel like it was very heartfelt. The pedophilia really didn't deter me that much overall, you know. I'm going under the assumption that she was 18.
That's a very gray statement.
I'm going under the assumption she was 18, Tanner.
That's clearly not a reasonable assumption.
Yeah.
She also forced it on him.
That doesn't make it any better.
She forced herself on the man. He was basically assaulted.
True.
Right?
But it is still pedophilia.
It is.
And pedophilia,
if anything, doesn't the representation of women also being able to be a rapist like bump it up for you, Tanner?
Oh my god.
I don't think so.
This is crazy.
Damn.
Insane. Alright.
Say la vie, guys. Alright.
This is basically the reverse of our used cars rankings.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Jackson, what'd it get?
What's the overall ranking?
B.
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 B for Brigsby Bear.
Yes, sir.
That's fair enough.
And with that, that's another fucking Guapish at the movies in the books, boys.
Let's go.
And with that out of the way, what the fuck are we picking out for next week, little gentlemen? What are we picking out here?
I don't know.
I already know what I'm picking, so.
What you're picking, Tanner?
We're going back to rotations, baby.
Now, here's the new rule.
We're not watching 5 movies.
Here's the new rule, Tanner.
Here's the new rule I'm making up. Each one of us 4 are gonna pick one, and the Patreon's gonna pick one.
No, we're not.
It is not a requirement to watch all of them.
Watch
whatever ones you want, and we rank them how we rank them. You can catch up whenever the fuck you want.
I don't like that idea at all.
That doesn't work because we watch them together.
Yeah,
I felt like the point of this was that we all watched the same movie at the same time, and we give all of our reviews.
Yeah,
well, then how the fuck do we
mind.
just have? Does each person just get a bye week where they don't pick one?
Yeah, that's like literally what we did for 95% of this.
Okay.
Yeah, I think
or
we
I'm just saying that we go back to 2 of us pick and then the Patreon.
The Patreon, yeah.
I figured that's what we were gonna do.
That's why I anticipated as well, just going back to the old system.
Yeah.
Man, I don't want to go up to 4 and then back down to 3.
Listen, dude, you can watch Free Willy Escape from Pirates Cove. There's nothing stopping you.
That's fair enough.
So with that said, this week, Jackson and Dylan Which movies are you guys going to be picking out here?
Jackson, this is the week where you pick Scooby-Doo. I swear I'll pick Scooby-Doo too.
No, I'm picking Monty Python and the Holy Grail.
Fucking damn it, Jackson. I told you, if you pick Scooby-Doo, I will pick Scooby-Doo too. This is the deal I've cut for you.
I know, man, and I appreciate it, but I'm just not ready yet, you know?
Alright, fine. I'm gonna go for Hunt for the Wilder People again, since we didn't actually watch that.
Fantastic, man. Fantastic. So that's 2 movies on the docket. Jackson, could you spin that wheel to find out what the Patreon movie is going to be?
Oh, I'd love to, man. That's absolutely a delightful idea right there. Let me bust this baby out real quick. Let's hope the bot doesn't crash. I'm pretty sure I have it running again. Treasure Planet by Jacob Edwards.
I fucking love that movie!
2002, the Disney movie.
Fucking love Treasure Planet. This is one of the movies I watched all the time when I was a child.
And Dylan is going to be disappointed with our ranking of that film.
Don't even at me, bro.
He hasn't seen
Was this in your guys' Disney watch-along?
Yeah.
It was.
Fuck.
Oh no. Tragic.
I fucking love Treasure Planet, dude. It was my jam when I was a kid.
Yeah, mine's in like the bottom third.
Fuck you, Jackson.
Woof.
I can't imagine Nico's being any better, to be completely honest.
Yeah, it's pretty low for me as well.
God
Tragic.
fucking damn it. I love Treasure Planet. I think it's a great movie.
But that
It's
could be a
also
testament
been-
to how many good Disney movies there are. Who knows?
It's been at least a decade since I've seen this movie, so maybe that's gonna change.
Potentially, but that does it, boys. I believe that's another episode on the books, guys.
On the books, not in the books.
On the books. Plopping them right down on top of that thing, dude. Just fucking staple it on there. It's permanent. It's in there now.
I mean, sure.
Dylan, tell the people about the Patreon.
Oh my gosh, the Patreon. It only costs $1 a month, guys. If you do that, we read your name at the end of every episode or whenever we remember to do it. You get to suggest topics and movies for us to watch and to talk about. And then you also get 500 slime coin that Jackson will so graciously give you as long as he remembers.
I give it to you on the first month, baby, and then kick rocks on all the other ones.
Yeah. And I don't think I missed anything about the Patreon, did I?
You forgot about the Discord.
Oh yeah, you also get access to our Discord. You know, just come in here, have a grand old time, talk with the other patrons. We may even pop in there every once in a while to have a nice little chat with you. You'll never know.
I mean, we're the most likely ones to be in there.
Yes, sir.
What's the main reason they'd want to be in the Discord, though, Dylan?
So that they can generate slimes. And
Yeah,
make
that's
slime
right.
coin.
Interact with one of my bots.
Yeah. Tanner, what are our patrons' names? I don't remember.
I just will real quick. You guys also get access to the pre and post show and early access to all the episodes, and also access to the Discord allows you to make movie recommendations of your own,
I
Yes,
said
sir.
the movie
which
thing.
is the more important part.
You think I'd remember most of this? I said the movie thing though. I said you could suggest movies and topics.
Play the clip back. Anyway, thank you to all of our patrons: Jacob Edwards, Hunter, Lucas Ledette, Tutmot, Domo Arigato, Mr. Fagato, Joshua Bean, Toperman Man, and Lava Skin.
Jesus
Whoa.
Christ, we have so many patrons now.
We have 8.
Is there like a list I can refer to if I never need to read the patrons' names?
I'd just send it to you if we ever decide to have you read it.
Thank God.
But anyway, thank you to all of our patrons. Also, check out our merch store at fucking, just
Go to Guapish.com and there's a link there.
Yeah, go to Guapish.com and there's a link there. It's like t-spring.com/Guapish or some bullshit like that.
Yeah, something like
But,
that.
It's impossible to find, truly.
Until I make the Guapish.com link, if you go to /Teespring, go to the merch link. Because I'm going to do that before this episode comes out, baby. So go to Guapish.com/Teespring or Guapish.com/merch and it'll direct you right there.
There we go.
There you go.
Wow.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.